The weather outside is bad, it's raining, it's windy, so I'm going to do a review of the scope I used last season. 2 winters, 1 summer, all my long range competitions, PRS style, whatever. It's a Delta Stryker HD 4.530 56 34mm tube. It has 100 click per turn, 10 mils turret, and DLR1 reticle. Show you some pictures of it. Very nice. Before we dive into the pros and cons of this scope, I must remind you where it's placed in the price range. If you put like 4 price ranges for long range scopes, you have the cheap ones, the ones that's starting to get pretty good, and a whole bunch in the middle and just above the middle, and you have the high priced high-end scopes. This will be placed just above the middle of the price range. It's about 17,000 Norwegians, 1,500 pounds. I don't know exactly the price, I haven't checked it lately, but the high-end scopes like the Smith & Bender, Caldas, Zeiss, Minox, yeah, you have to pay double. I'll start with the cons. It's not many, but there are some. None of them is big issues that will make you do bad in competition or make you miss any shots. But the first one is that in winter, when it's cold, the clicks get a little bit mushy. When it's summer or -4 and up, it's okay. It's nice crisp clicks, but when it gets like -4, below 10, -10, or maybe more, 20, -20, they get a little bit soft. Doesn't make you miss anything, but it's harder to count them by just clicking, so you have to look on the numbers, take a little more attention to what you do. And when I was mounting it, you can see here that it's a lot forwards on the mounting system. So I got a Picatinny rail and I had to go very long forward to mount it, a little bit unusual. The zoom level is hard out of the box. I have a friend of mine 3D print a throw leveler here, so I don't have any problems with it, but it's hard, and I've been using it for a long time now. It doesn't get a lot better, but it's even but hard. So if you're on a barricade and just wants to use your fingers, don't have a throw lever, you can cant your weapon, so it's not good. The paradox is the same. It's a little bit hard to adjust, but I don't find it an issue. So, and with the throw lever, no problem. I missed some numbers on the reticle. The reticle is very good, but if you are doing holdovers or meet some special need in the competition, a stage that you has to quickly adjust for something. I don't remember where exactly the numbers are, if it was only the third one that is the first mark, something like that. You see this in the picture of the reticle. But I miss that it's been numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, so you know exactly where you are very fast. Let's jump to the pros of the scope. I was talking about the reticle. It has this 0.2 mil hashes. It's very nice in competition to use. I don't turn for a win no more, just push, because you have a real good feel of what you're doing. And there's a small helping mil system that is 0.1 mils put down into the side in the reticle. I'll show you in the picture of it. So yeah, I like it. Optically, it's very crispy and sharp, and the contrast of it is very good. I've been shooting it in the winter, fog, rain, and it's just very, very sharp and contrasty. It's easy to look through and just comfortably shooting it. The durability of it seems to be very good. I've been using it in sandy and winter time, as I say, and in competition in Troms there was a lot of sharp dust that was flying around like quartz, we call it here. It's like almost diamonds, and you got it everywhere, but come home, just oil it, wash it, no problems. So I believe after over 1 year now, I think it's a very durable scope. Same is the finish. I haven't managed to get any marks on it, and I not that particularly care about my equipment. I try to be careful, but it won't stop me from shooting the way I like. So in PRS we throw it onto barricades and stuff, but very durable, very nice. Had some scopes, and many of them have tracked through, and it's not often a problem, but suddenly something happens, like it's drifting, or it won't track through, and like it can track through for 20-30 clicks and then jump, something happens. This has proven to be very good at this. I had no drifting, and it's tracking very beautifully, so I like the tracking on it. In PRS type matches, the shooting time can often be little, so I found that I can set the parallax to like 250 meters, and it will stay sharp from 250 to like 600 meters, no problem engaging steel at the various ranges. Of course, if it gets longer, like 1000 meters, you have to adjust, but then you often have the time to it, so it's very forgiving where I placed it on the parallax. No problem there. I've also been hunting with it, and I shot moose from 4 meters out to long range, so it's no problem having this set to 4.5. The reticle is still usable, and you have a good field of view, have no problems at all shooting anything. I also hunt in the dusk, and it seems to gather light very good. I find myself it's been too dark when I have to give up because I can't see where I'm walking. This will still do the job, especially for around 8 zoom to 15-18 zoom. Gathers a lot of light. Above that it of course gets a little bit darker, it's a lot of zoom, but you can hit anything in 15x zoom, so no problem. So what's the conclusion? Well, I will certainly be using it for one more season, and I don't think I will change it out even if I get the buck to do it, so it's staying on there. Been shooting it side by side on some paper competitions. We had one that was 300 meters, and it was light, foggy, a little bit raining, and it was a Kales 624i besides me, and we could see the bullet holes, but sometimes they disappear because conditions was bad, and my friend beside me was complaining just exactly the same time as I. When I couldn't see the bullet holes, he couldn't either, so I was talking about the sharpness and the contrast and the colors. I have been looking through some scopes, but I'm not the one that goes the farthest to always pick up a scope and look through it, but it's been some in the competitions I go to, and I've yet to see a scope that really hit me like, wow, so much sharper than this. I think it's doing a great job keeping up with the best, but of course there's a great step up to the high-end level there you will get better clicks, and the overall it will be better, but for the price range where this is, I think you cannot find any scope that is better for the buck. So yeah, it's a good scope and I highly recommend it.